A reminder of one of our top stories at this hour. Authorities in Kenya's northeast are struggling to reach many affected communities who are desperate for supplies. Several major roads have been deemed impassable, while many camps for displaced people are inaccessible. The flooding was made worse after the country's longest river, the Tana, burst its banks. Authorities say they now fear a possible outbreak of deadly waterborne diseases. Our reporter Nick Mudimba is joining us live now from Garissa County in northeastern Kenya. Nick, massive flooding destroying roads and cutting access to several regions in both Garissa and Tana River counties. Describe for us what you are seeing there right now.
Sure, Penina. So I'm here in Garissa County, just one of the counties in northeastern province in Kenya that has been massively affected by the ongoing sporadic rain. So here in Garissa, I must say that the roads are just physically not really very safe even to cross. So many of them have been cut off from the main centers and making life very difficult, Penina. Something else is that the Tana River, which is a seasonal river here in northeastern Kenya, is a river which has caused a lot of havoc in the past few days of the heavy rains causing flooding. Schools have been closed, and of course hotels, businesses, many have had to close their businesses, but as it is, the roads which link up the main centers are the ones which have been greatly affected, Penina.
Right, so 18 camps for internally displaced persons not accessible now for supplies to get in, Nick. How are the humanitarian organizations and authorities there dealing with this, and what kind of impact is this having on the people there?
So as from yesterday evening, we toured around 16 IDP camps here in Garissa County and Tana River County. But the situation, I can tell you, Penina, is not really good. So many of them had to leave their homes to go to higher grounds for safety. But even at the higher grounds, things do not look very, very good. You can imagine crime levels are actually up in the areas. You can imagine sanitation issues also up in those areas. And also we're looking at food aid. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the roads have been cut off. That means humanitarian support is not coming in as it should be. And right now, either the planes, which sometimes even the weather is not good here, are the ones which are supposed to come through and drop some of the aid needed here. Pregnant women, lactating mothers are really going through a hard time in these IDP camps. So that means that indeed the roads have to be fixed first for them to have a clear, let's say, hope that eventually things will be back on their side, Penina.
And Nick, we also know that locals are reporting basic food and other critical commodities becoming very expensive in the aftermath of these floods. Tell us more on this.
You can imagine the high cost of living currently going on in many parts of Africa, especially here in Kenya. And for the Garissa residents, food prices have to triple, double. And this means that no one is bringing food into the county. And right now, those stores which had stored surplus foodstuff, they're the ones now really hiking the prices. Fuel prices are not what people are used to. Fuel prices have doubled here. So many of them have to send motorbikes to neighboring counties for them to get fuel. And as it is right now, everything, even like hotel prices, like even simple things like water have increased. So they have to depend on goodwill, humanitarian services like Kenya Red Cross Society to come in and bridge that gap. So everything has doubled courtesy of the roads that have been cut off, Penina.